Well, it's day 2 of the Prime Minister's touchdown in Gujarat. As you can see, his roadshow in Gandhinagar has now started. This is the second day of his visit to his home state. He's also expected to attend a special event to commemorate 20 years of the Gujarat urban growth story. Let's take a look at what's happening in Gujarat's Gandhinagar. Well, this event marks 2 decades since the launch of the Urban Development Year 2005. It was an initiative spearheaded by then Chief Minister Narendra Modi, aimed at transforming Gujarat's urban environment to better infrastructure and also better governance. These visuals, as you can see, are coming in from Gandhinagar, from the Prime Minister's roadshow. The Prime Minister will also inaugurate and lay the foundation stone for projects worth over 5,500 crores at Mahatma Mandir. As my colleague Aishwarya Jain was also reporting, the Prime Minister is expected to inaugurate over 22,000 houses constructed under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana at a whopping cost of over 1,000 crore rupees. He will also lay the foundation stone for phase 3 of the Sabarmati river front. Aishwarya Jain has been tracking the latest for us in Gandhinagar. He joins us with a wrap of all the action on Ground Zero. Aishwarya, with Gandhinagar in focus right now, we're also seeing an emphasis being laid on Bhuj. What message is being sent by choosing these specific geographies, administrative, border-sensitive areas, as backdrops for urban and security-driven messaging with the Prime Minister's touchdown?
Well, when I spoke to Gujarat Home Minister Harsh Sanghvi yesterday, he stated that the kind of unity amongst people that now we are witnessing, we have never seen it before. And this is all because of Operation Sindoor, the strikes that were conducted on the terror base camps in Pakistan that have united the entire country against terrorism, and the messages from Prime Minister amongst different rally and the roadshows that he is conducting, the connect that he has, the people of Gujarat had clearly stated that how India is united and India is behind the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and behind the Indian Armed Forces. Let me show you these quick visuals from Gandhinagar, where we are reporting from. It is thousands of people who have gathered on both sides of the road, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have started his roadshow in Gandhinagar. There's a 2-kilometer long roadshow, and we are at this stretch where people are waiting for Prime Minister to arrive very soon. But it's also a day of 20 years of urban development. Increase in urban population from 37% to 48% has shown the Gujarat fast-paced urbanization, and it is the expansion of urban footprint with increase in number of municipal corporations from 7 to 17. It is Gujarat who stands at forefront of socio-economic upliftment with an exception performance in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and PM Swaniddhi Yojana as well. And therefore today it marks a very important day as Prime Minister will inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of project worth rupees 5,536 crores at Mahatma Mandir. Shortly he would be addressing a public rally over there as well. And of course Prime Minister inaugurating 22,055 houses constructed under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana at a cost of 1,006 crores and lay foundation stone for Sabarmati riverfront phase 3 constructed at a cost of 1,000 crore. But the highlight remains Operation Sindoor of the entire 2-day visit of Prime Minister at his home state Gujarat. We have seen multiple roadshows of Prime Minister. We have seen multiple rallies of Prime Minister. But one thing that was common in all of these rallies, be it in Vadodara, be it in Kutch, be it in Dahod yesterday, or a late night in Ahmedabad, people were enthusiastic. People had given support to Prime Minister's leadership. People had held tirangas in their hand. The women wore red sari and wore sindoor on their forehead and thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Colonel Sofia Qureshi's family greeted Prime Minister yesterday in Vadodara during a road show. We spoke to them as well. And the kind of energy, the kind of enthusiasm that we have seen, and what Prime Minister is promising to the people, that in the near future, if there is a terrorist attack on the Indian soil, then India will give a befitting reply. Prime Minister's message to the Pak youths as well, as Prime Minister stated that their government is turning the youth into disaster, and they should be informed enough as to how a progressive nation is built. Prime Minister also went on to say that how India is promoting tourism while terrorism is tourism in Pakistan. So these are some crucial messages, and specifically from the region of Bhuj. The Bhuj airbase, which came under attack from Pakistan military forces, drones, missiles were thrown. Prime Minister was greeted yesterday by several of the women who were indulged in 1971 India-Pakistan war, and the airstrip was made. Those have handed a gift of the Sindoor plant to Prime Minister yesterday in Bhuj. That is something very significant as well. And apart from what's the kind of unity, the kind of involvement of people that we are witnessing because of Operation Sindoor, the governance is at its peak as well. Prime Minister inaugurating almost 88,000 crores projects yesterday. In Dahod, we have seen Prime Minister inaugurating the locomotive train engines, the locomotive electronic engines, which will export from India to abroad. That will boost up the economy, that will boost up the local ecosystem, the employment generation in the region of Dahod, which was certainly not getting benefits in the last 10 to 15 years of the government policies. The government is outreaching to those classes, those backward classes and tribal in Gujarat as well, where the employment opportunities can be generated. Government also going across and fulfilling the dreams of ST, SC, OBC community in Gujarat, where they will get the houses under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. 22,000 houses would be inaugurated under the PM Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, worth rupees 1,100 crores. Prime Minister will be shortly addressing a rally here in Mahatma Mandir. But these visuals are electrifying in itself. Never seen before that apart from Republic Day or Independence Day, I might say, people holding tirangas in their hand, but this is a usual day in the country, and people are holding tirangas, dancing on the tunes of the patriotic songs. There are stages which had been organized, and there are dance groups which are performing on Garba, on the patriotic tunes, the songs which are being played, and all waiting for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to shortly come over here, greet them as far as what has been done in a manner that India can give a befitting reply at any point of time. Remember, yesterday Prime Minister also stated that after being given a free hand to Indian Armed Forces, it is our armed forces have proved that we can go inside deep in Pakistan and can destroy and neutralize their terror camps. Lashkar-e-Toiba to most of the important terrorist organization terror camps were completely destroyed, and that we can do in the future as well. That messaging has gone across loud and clear to the people of Gujarat and also across the country as well. Wherever Prime Minister has gone, he has been greeted, he has been given blessings of what he has done to save the integrity, security of the nation, and how they are backing Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership as well as our Indian Armed Forces as well.
Well, as Aishwarya is reporting from Gandhinagar, quite the crowd has turned up for Prime Minister Modi's Gujarat Blitz. But Aishwarya, given the optics of Operation Sindoor, like you have been constantly mentioning, given that Prime Minister Modi is returning to Gujarat after Operation Sindoor, is there a symbolic linking of security and development in this visit? Or would you say it's a deliberate separation of strategic and economic narratives?
Well, it's strategic in nature as well, because the places that had been selected for Prime Minister's rally, specifically in the region of Kutch, Gujarat, Bhuj as well, which are adjoining to the India-Pakistan borders, it was these regions who came under attack from the Pakistani drones and missiles. They clearly, the Indian Armed Forces, the defense system act as a shield for the entire Gujarat region. And Prime Minister reaching out, meeting the people over there. Just few days ago, we saw Defense Minister Rajnath Singh also going to Bhuj Air Base, meeting those air warriors who protected India's land from the enemy's attack. This clearly shows that how government believes that they are completely standing working with our armed forces, and they were given free hand. But on the other side, it is, of course, the kind of governance that had been transformed. Remember, in 2005, it was then Chief Minister Narendra Modi who thought of an idea of having urban Gujarat, and now when 20 years of urban Gujarat has completed, it has transformed completely. We have seen municipal corporations increased from 7 to 19, and also there are several other key factors that had involved during the entire leadership of Bharatiya Janata Party ruling the state, and how Gujarat is being now termed as a model state of India. It is now the visuals right just behind me, where I can see some convoy coming. This is a 2-kilometer long stretch from Gandhinagar's Eknath Chowk and this intersection where Mahatma Mandir is right located just behind me. Prime Minister would be addressing a rally over here as well. And throughout this 2-kilometer long stretch, Prime Minister is greeted with the support of thousands of people who have came across from all across the country, specifically from different regions of Gujarat as well. And he has been thanked for what has been done by Indian Armed Forces as far as Operation Sindoor is concerned. And of course, apart from this energy, it is, as I was mentioning, the kind of governance that the Gujarat government had given. It is under the Swarnim Jayanti Mukhyamantri Shahri Vikas Yojana. Checks worth rupees 3,300 crore rupees will also be distributed to the municipal bodies. Under the Water Resource Department, the foundation stone of the Tharad Dhanera pipeline to be built at a cost of 888 crores, and Deodar Lakhani pipeline to be built at a cost of 678 crores will also be laid by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But it is also very important, Sabarmati Riverfront Phase 3 that would be constructed at a cost of 1,000 crores. Prime Minister would be laying foundation stone of that as well, and will be inaugurating 22,055 houses constructed under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana at a cost of 1,006 crores rupees as well. It is, of course, this gift to the development work of Gujarat. But apart from it, very important to understand that how 20 years of urban development story of Gujarat has transformed the entire state. It is 45-fold increase in urban development budget from 1,661 crores to 1,30,325 crore, creation of iconic projects like Sabarmati Riverfront, Gift City, Dream City, transforming Gujarat's urban development and landscape modernization of urban transport in cities like Ahmedabad and Surat, with BRTS and metro rail facilities coming into existence. Gujarat stands at forefront of socio-economic upliftment with its exceptional performances in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Swanidhi Yojana as well. It is Prime Minister Narendra Modi, 20 years back when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, thought of an idea that Gujarat should be transformed. Urban development projects had started, and now 20 years of urban development Gujarat is being celebrated. Prime Minister is here and would be inaugurating these several projects worth rupees 5,500 crores, dedicating it to the people of Gujarat, dedicating it to the people of the nation. But of course, these visuals are unprecedented, because such a kind of atmosphere we have seen yesterday in Vadodara, in Bhuj, in Dahod, and now in Gandhinagar. It was a warm welcome that Prime Minister got in Ahmedabad after yesterday he landed, and this is a 2-day visit that will conclude today afternoon as Prime Minister finally arrives and will be delivering a public address.